Queen Elizabeth II has passed away at 96 years old at Balmoral Castle after doctors became concerned about her health. Her family is traveling to Scotland to be by her side, but the health of the monarch has been a concern for a while, and as such, Britain has long prepared for this. The palace's secret plan for what happens in the days after the Queen's death is codenamed London Bridge, and it became not so secret after it was leaked to various media outlets. The documents contain granular detail for what happens over the next 10 days leading up to the Queen's funeral. The documents show the extraordinary level of action required by all arms of the British state, including a vast security operation to manage unprecedented crowds and travel chaos that could see, in the words of one official memo, London becoming full for the first time ever. They reveal plans for the Prime Minister and his cabinet to meet the Queen's coffin at St. Pancras Station, and for the new King Charles to embark on a tour of the UK in the days before the funeral. In the hours after the Queen's passing, a call cascade will take place informing the Prime Minister, the Cabinet Secretary, which is Britain's highest ranking civil servant, and a number of the most senior ministers and officials. The PM will be informed by the Queen's private secretary, who will also tell the Privy Council office, which coordinates government work on behalf of the monarch. The royal household will then issue an official notification delivering the news to the public. Ministers and senior civil servants will also receive an email from the Cabinet Secretary, a draft of which reads, "Dear colleagues, it is with sadness that I write to inform you of the death of Her Majesty the Queen." This email will also prompt flags across Whitehall to be lowered to half-mast, with them aiming to do this within 10 minutes. The UK Parliament and the devolved legislators in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland will adjourn, and if Parliament is not sitting, it will be recalled. A lot of the immediate plans after the Queen's passing relate to social media. The royal family's website changed to a black holding page with a short statement confirming the Queen's death. The UK government website, gov.uk, will display a black banner at the top. All government departmental social media pages will also show a black banner and change their profile pictures to their department's crest. Non-urgent content will not be published, and retweets are completely banned unless cleared by the central government head of communications. The Prime Minister will be the first member of the government to make a statement, with all other members of the government being instructed not to comment until after the Prime Minister has spoken. Then, the Ministry of Defense will arrange for gun salutes to take place at all saluting stations. The plan even details that at 10 a.m. on the day after the Queen's death, the Accession Council meets at St. James Palace to proclaim King Charles the new sovereign. Hundreds of Privy Councillors, including the Prime Minister and senior ministers, will be asked to attend. The proclamation will then be read at St. James's Palace and the Royal Exchange in the City of London, confirming that Charles will be the new king. At 3:30 p.m., the Prime Minister and the Cabinet will hold an audience with the new king, and at 6 p.m., King Charles will deliver a broadcast to the nation. Simultaneously, there will be a service of remembrance at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The Prime Minister and a small number of senior ministers will go to that. On the second day following her passing, the Queen's coffin will return to Buckingham Palace. On day 4, a rehearsal will take place for Operation Lion, which is the procession of the coffin from Buckingham Palace to the Palace of Westminster, which will take place on the 5th day. The plan covers literally all business and preparation for the next 5 days, culminating with the Queen's funeral, which is expected to be held on the day 10. The state funeral itself will be held at Westminster Abbey. There will be a 2-minute silence across the nation at midday, and processions will take place in London and Windsor. There will be a committal service in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, and the Queen will be buried in the castle's King George IV Memorial Chapel. The Queen has been planning for her succession for some time. The 73-year-old Charles, who has spent the longest time as king-in-waiting in British history, has been increasingly stepping in for the Queen. He delivered the ceremonial state opening of Parliament in May, the opening of the Commonwealth Games in August, and the COP26 climate conference last fall. Earlier this year, on the 70th anniversary of her ascension to the British throne, the Queen said that she wanted Camilla to be known as Queen Consort when Charles does become king. Now, if you guys want to check out the London Bridge plan for yourself, it is widely available to the public, and it goes into very fine detail about each day following the event of Queen Elizabeth II's passing. I've been Adam Andrews with InformOverload. Stay safe and well informed out there, guys. Bye.